Hello, and welcome to the Metroid Prime Randomizer Weekly Race.
Hello.
I'm Interslice. I'm here with,
Fire, paper, plates.
and today we have Op82 versus RoboScout.
It'll be a good race.
Yep.
Both are experienced racers. Did very well. I think they did well in the tournament.
Yeah.
And for this week, to confirm, odd or even elevators.
It is even, so we have shuffled elevators and shuffled starting location, and probably a few starting items too.
Yeah. We'll know immediately. And we're off.
Yeah. Starting in Chozo.
Wonder if it'll be connected to Talon, making it a simple start.
Looks like just spider balls all they get.
Handy for a few things here and there.
Okay, looks like a vanilla elevator.
That'll actually be really nice. Having the spider ball will be nice for routing for Chozo. Mainly the dynamo item if it comes into play.
Yeah.
So we got a pretty traditional start here. No missiles. The only where to
There's
go.
an artifact.
Yeah. No missiles. The only place to go is to Hive Mecca.
Yeah. They could go to Alcove if they wanted to, since the elevator's still there.
True. Acquiring hints this seed won't be a problem, which can be a thing for random elevators and random start. Alright, so our first item is missiles.
Very astute too.
Guess we won't see any hell runs today.
Nope.
It'll be interesting to see where the elevator on the other side takes them to. Although I suppose they will access the Talon elevators beforehand if they decide to go back there, which I probably would for the hints.
Yeah. In this game, all you need to access hints is missiles, really. You already have access to them.
And the location itself, I suppose, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So at some point, they will have to come back through this corridor, which is actually kind of a nice thing in case there's something in that morphball bomb tunnel.
Yeah.
Blanking on the map name, the room name.
A ruined nursery.
Yeah, that's the one. Always ruined something. So we got
Off being very careful with those scarabs.
Yeah. Got slight route divergence. Ops just checking. No, it's not. Sorry.
Op is going to check Ruined Shrine.
Yeah,
Robos got skipped it.
Yeah. Off being very careful.
Yeah. I think that was a nothing item.
I think that was a nothing too, yeah. Robo Scout doing early space jump. First try.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Ah, and there's our morph ball.
And wave beam right beneath the ship. Wow.
Would be curious to see when the other beams decide to show themselves.
Yeah.
Wave beam
With
actually
random elevators. Sorry, go ahead. Just gonna say, with random elevators, ice beam in particular is very handy.
Yes. Because so many elevators are locked by them. Ice beam doors.
Yeah.
But wave beam is early on is good with the fact that they have access to Chozo, because so many checks there are locked behind wave beam.
Yeah.
It's kind of I'm not sure which poison I would pick. And ops checking,
Is that phase-on suit already? Huh.
and that's space jumps on op. And op's also going to check the elevator, seeing how it's random.
It's like monitor station? I'm taking
read,
notes
yeah.
here so we can remember.
Yes.
And RoboScout's giving us hints.
Okay, here we go.
Storage Depot A, Ruin Nursery,
Observatory, Great Cave, Life Grove. All those are pretty good. Life Grove does mean we will need a boost ball at some point.
Yep.
That one can be a bit of a wild card for where it could be. Although the phase and suit equation isn't going to be a problem.
Very nice to have that out of the way early.
Yeah. Phase and suit's one of the big unknowns, because it can really be anywhere and you will need it. Unless you decide to skip Impact Crater, which we do not have enabled for this seed.
Mm-hmm.
And Brawler Space Jump has been found. It's in not Root Cave, next to it. Transport something. A little rusty on the room names.
Transport Access B, I think.
Alright, so Crash Frigate just has a missile. Nothing important.
Yeah.
So on this side, other than the frigate itself, obviously, there is one elevator and one item. But it does need ice beam, so for now, we'll leave it.
Yeah.
This has the potential of being a pretty quick seed, assuming the beams and this ball can be found early on.
Yep.
Oops. Poor Robo.
The ice beam's pretty limited where it could be, but plasma can be in a lot of places.
Definitely. Plasma can almost be as bad as phase and suit. Not quite, but it's pretty bad. I think at this point we can rule out late phasal mines actually already. Because we've already got phase and suit. The beams typically can't be in the phasal mine's depth, or at least plasma beam can't be too far.
Yeah. And boost ball can't be there either.
Exactly.
I did miss one of the artifacts, so hopefully Op will give us a second chance to see those.
Mm-hmm. Gonna quickly update something on my. So I don't think it's a. I think the tracker system is currently a little bit delayed. That's not on the trackers themselves. Storage depot.
Where's Nursery? Oh,
Sun
Sun
Chamber.
Chamber. That's the one we
Oh, no.
missed. Wow.
Okay, we take it back.
Okay. Yeah.
So Flarga will be required to seed. The one hint we both missed.
I think Robo's stream froze when that one popped up. Stream didn't even last to see it.
And there we go, Robo Scout. Getting his artifact.
Okay. While Flagra does suck, it mostly sucks if you don't know what's there. If you know what's there, it's not that bad, I think.
I was just gonna bring that point up. A lot of runners prefer to play with no flagger at all. Um,
Yeah.
but another popular option, which isn't actually possible currently, is to make it Flarga artifacts or expansions. And because if that was the case, then you would at least know when you have to do Flarga. Most runners try to avoid Flarga, even though it can be cleared so early on, it's just such a slow check that most runners prefer to try and push it off.
It's a slow 2 check, because if you're doing Flagger, you're probably going to want to do the ghosts too, to make it worth your
Yeah.
time. And those can suck even more time. Ooh, a power bomb expansion. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're quickly acquiring all our items here.
Yeah.
Technically, even if it is ghosts, it's not really the end of the world because they already have Spider Ball. So they can do the trick where they can go down the spider rail. They don't have to do the bomb jumps or. For a Robo Scout, just trying to bump into the missile. Really wanting it there. I don't know if this is technically in logic for Robo Scout. I don't know if there's.
It is not without boost.
Yeah, unless it's not we don't have it as a trick enabled.
I don't believe so.
That and there's technically the missiles, but required for knocking down the blocks. It's one of the only checks in the game that requires like more than one missile. We're checking for that. But most experienced runners here just, as you can see in Robo Scout's end, just do a bunch of dashes.
I do believe we do have the trick enabled though to get the underwater item without gravity.
That is correct, yes. Which is honestly probably one of the easiest tricks to learn in Metroid Prime. And that's the Thermovisor, which is going to be nice for the final fight.
Unfortunately, that also puts Thardus into play. Find a Fendrana elevator.
Oh boy. Whenever for Thardus' plasma beam, you have it. You know you're in for a good seed. And that is Robo Scout verified with the flamethrower.
Oh, I'm skipping it. Too bad.
What do you mean, unfortunately? I guess it's all a matter of opinions. So our runners still need bombs, and bombs can be a bit of a doozy.
Yeah, in random elevators especially, they can be in a lot more places.
And the potential for soft lock is really there. Also, you know what? Let's spare
True.
them from this terrible music. Luckily enough, the audio hasn't swapped yet, but hopefully that won't be too long until it fixes itself. God, music still hasn't updated. Apologies about that.
There we go. Lop just got his flamethrower. He's valid now.
Bombs on Thardus, let's go.
Still no E-tanks. So not a bad idea to save here.
Yes. This is probably one of the most... I'd argue this is one of the most important save stations in the game for Randomizer. other than the ship,
Yeah.
of course. Just because, mainly because of A, Flarga, and B, Magma Pool. Magma Pool, if you decide to go for that, can be very dangerous if you fail the trick, because you get a lovely bath of magma, which doesn't really go well with Samus's suit, even in the Varia suit. That's a nothing. For those wondering what nothings are, they're extra items added to the item pool because there's only 6 artifacts required to streamline things, and those extra spots get filled with nothing else. Robo Scout found
Those are bombs.
Yeah, so that's now out of the equation. That little bug just flew out there. And then there's the item. Yeah, with 0 E-tanks, this item's kind of a little dangerous to check if you're not careful.
Yeah, they do have 2 suits that should make it slightly easier.
Do we have it on cumulative suits then? Not for.
Actually, yeah. Now that you mention that,
I think it is.
I think it is
Yeah.
default. Yeah. Okay, so they just have 50% now that they have phase-in suit.
So with 50% damage, that's equivalent of having. They essentially have an extra E-tank right now.
Yeah.
Or double the health to the power suit. Math. See. It's over here. So I'm going to take a wild guess, and we're going to see some Zoid play in a few moments, or Incinerator Drone.
Most likely.
If this boss was located in a better location, then I'm sure more runners would get it off. But because it's right in the dead center of Chozo, it really is awkward to route in if you skip it. So most runners just elect to do it.
Yes, Baller, this is default damage, so where your highest suit is, that has damage reduction you're getting.
Whoops. Not much to speed up the Zoid fight, I'm afraid.
Nope.
If you ever decide to watch me fight against Zoid, I'll typically tap the R button in time of the music to make Samus or cannon time to beat, just to fill in the time. Both runners are now at full health, which is always nice to see. Particularly when there's 0 E-tanks in play. Let's see, was Zoid a waste of time or not? Zoid was a waste of time.
Yep. Usually is, except that one time it isn't.
Yeah, Zoid is like a mini Flarga in a way. Like,
yeah.
2 checks. Like, they take a couple minutes. Yeah, there's not really much progression here other than... actually, they could route back to the North Elevator. My guess is eventually It might be a good idea to actually clear Flarga at some point.
Might as well get it out of the way, since
Yeah.
they don't have to do it.
And then that will take you right to the north elevator, and then you'll be able to clear up and pick up that artifact in Rune Nursery that they missed earlier on.
Yeah, and they can actually see what that elevator is, too.
Yeah, so it actually kind of works out in a lot of ways. As much as Flarga can work out, that is.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we have bombs, I should not speak too soon. I was gonna mention something. I don't want to jinx it. For the sake of commentary, I'll jinx it. Thardus hopefully won't come into play. I apologize in advance if that ends up being the case.
RoboScout's not checking the lower furnace item. Interesting.
He probably will
Planning
check
to
it
double
on his
back.
way back. Yeah, he doesn't have
Okay.
Ice Beam either, so like he will have to one way or another turn around soon. Probably.
I can
Actually,
get
no.
to one of the elevators here, yeah.
Yeah, because we're playing with random elevators, correct? Yeah,
Mhm.
with vanilla elevators, both elevators require Ice Beam. But we're playing random, so that isn't the case.
Looks like Robo's just dipping up her crossway.
And now he's going to check a lower furnace. Yeah, a lot of runners will typically try to leave. Nothing acquired.
That's 4 we've seen already.
Yeah, lots of nothings and artifact. Easy artifact locations. So.
I think that's half of them, because there should be 8 with the 6 artifacts and then Charge Beam,
And
Spider.
Spider. Yeah. And then they didn't start playing. So yeah, RoboScout has elected to turn back. It'll be interesting to see if Alt decides to actually keep progressing.
It is kind of a risk, because Hall of the Elders does take a while, and you can't really get any items, you're just like looking at an elevator.
Yeah, and then you actually make it even. Like if you decide to climb Flarga, the room, RoboScout's in right the second. If you've cleared ghosts, you can't do the skip. Although it
Well,
looks
you
like,
can, but they're annoying.
Yeah, it looks like RoboScout's gonna just clear it, to the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Which honestly, like,
It's not
I
that
do
much
not
slower.
blame them. Yeah, it's really not that much slower. And if you decide to back out this way and you don't have boost ball and you can't get the jumps right, then it, 5 seconds versus minutes, right?
Yeah.
Our tracker seems to be like completely broken. I'm not sure what's happening there. Sorry about that. For the Flarga play, at least the Roman Scouts in. With 0 E-tanks, Flarga can be dangerous.
Yeah. Did you see if he saved before he went in here?
I don't think he did. But if he does die, he does have that one save from earlier on. And because he already knows Zoid has nothing, he can potentially skip it, but as a few extra missiles, you'll end up losing that one.
Yeah. Although in Prime 1, usually not short for missiles.
True. Though they do have Ice Spreader. So,
Yeah.
that final fight against Metroid Prime. Probably handy to
Op
have.
is taking the save,
Yeah.
so good on him.
So yeah, just
Looks like RoboScout's being cautious about it.
well, yeah, like getting whacked. That's by far the most damaging thing, like the vine. So
Yeah, especially when you're doing this method, sometimes he can swipe you when you're in the cutscene, or coming out of the cutscene.
Yes. So I just want to reiterate one last time. Apologies for the tracking system. That is not our trackers. I've verified our trackers are keeping up, but for whatever reason, the system itself is just not refreshing. So if you have any, if you're not sure which item, if you want to know which item someone has, just let us know. We'll answer in the comments. For Flarga, in the vanilla game, you can have 1 or 2 E-tanks. If you're speedrunning the game, actually, most runners don't. They probably won't collect any. They might collect 1.
I think most vendors pick up the main plaza E-tank on the
Yeah,
ledge because it's nice and fast.
It takes like a few seconds, and it means you can play much more risky. That few seconds to put the E-tank will instantly get saved. And
If you're doing tricks, you can only pick up like 3 E-tanks before Flaga. Because if you could get 5 or something, then doing VMRs would be a lot easier.
VMR.
Oh, there's our artifact.
There we go. So, do you think Roboscout will bother with ghosts? Probably.
I think he will. It's a pretty big gamble to leave it behind, especially since he doesn't have supers right now.
Yeah, exactly. And if it ends up being something vital, it's just unfortunate.
Like
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if Plasma Beam or something's here, it could save a lot of time just doing it now.
The only unfortunate thing is, without X-ray visor or super missiles, this fight against the 3 ghosts is painful to say the least.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, so there we go. Roboscout doing the trick where he goes down the spider ball track, he falls far enough to activate the trigger to get the ghosts here.
Yeah.
Alright, well, seeing how we've got the pain and suffering of this audio, I'm going to switch it back again.
Want ghost music or do you want Flaga music? Pick your poison.
If it's the extended Flarga music, I actually quite like it. So we'll see if Alp has that. I don't think he does, though, actually, now you mention it. So just quickly, to elaborate on that, if you also have a backup of the Metroid Prime trilogy, the randomizer can fix the Flarga audio track, so it plays the full extended version. Because in the original release of the game, it's unfortunately missing the loop point. It loops too early.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the audio is going to switch to op as soon as he starts his ghost fight, so... Oops. Or not, I just forgot to hit the switch player button. That also could do it. I thought I did, I must have misclicked. And ghost... Oh, no, that's... ghost had missiles.
Double stun chamber check at the same time.
Yeah. So now let's see if Op decides to check ghosts.
Yeah, he could save a bunch of time if he decides to skip it.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know that, though.
Yeah.
So
it would be a gamble.
Yeah, it would be a big gamble. I would not. And yeah, if I wouldn't do it.
Okay, Quarantine Cave, there's Arthritis access.
Oh no. Oh no. Roboscout's actually checking Vault. And yeah, he's now backing out to clear out the other part of Chozo getting that artifact. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Roboscout literally did the routing I would do. It's much easier for Interslice now to route while we're watching versus someone playing, of course, because we can also like check our notes. Like we don't have to keep playing.
Yeah.
And we can talk about it between Interslice and I. Pretty much all the early chos are going to be cleared up. And
Yeah.
the majority of chos actually.
Yeah, it's pretty much the entirety.
I think the the one gamble play that could be played right now is checking magma pool, because without the grapple beam or gravity suit, if you fail the trick, you're gonna have to dash to get to first to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you fail the trick, that's a nice battle with magma. And neither runner has an E-tank yet.
30 minutes, still no E-tanks. It's
Yeah.
quite unusual for Prime.
Yeah, and personally, I really don't like doing I don't think most runners like doing magma pool without having at least one E-tank. It's
They're actually going to have to brave Magmor Caverns here in a minute without any E-tanks.
Sure. Hopefully they would find one soon earlier though. Did Op do Ghost?
He did.
Okay. You look away for 1 minute. That was like more than a minute.
You don't need boost for Thardus.
The only thing you need for Thardus is a way of getting out there. So grapple beam.
I think that's just Spider Ball for the logic reasons.
Can grapple beam work as well?
I don't think logic doesn't consider grapple a way to get out.
Really?
I don't think so. Last I checked.
Yeah. But other than that, you would need wave beam, which they have, thermal visor, which they have. I believe
That's about it.
Yeah, the logic does require. I know the logic for most thermal visor things are not required, or X-ray visor for that matter too, with the settings we have right now.
Oh, that's true, Brawler. I forgot about that. Thermal was in Tower of Light, which or under Tower Chamber, which did require boost ball to get to, logically.
Right. Yeah, this is true. Like, just that's a really good point. Like, it's something to keep in mind. It's that where did you find said item?
Very nice out of bounds by RoboScout.
Yeah. And brave of him too, because if he messed that up, that is a soft lock. And
yeah. Well, he does have an E-tank or power bomb, regular bombs to hopefully help him escape.
Even then, you can get stuck. As that actually literally last weekly, that's how I ended up finishing up 5 minutes behind, because even with bombs, I somehow got into a position where I just couldn't move. And maybe I could have wiggled my way out at some point, but yeah, I ended up losing 5 minutes. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Trying to get the block. And here is our Magmor.
So Magmar has a pretty good chance of having progression, as we see right now.
Yeah.
Since there's only, I think 9 items in Magmar, and all the areas are equally weighted when considering to place the next item.
Mm-hmm. Some do require power bombs, but which they have.
Yeah.
And something that's really important.
Is that supers?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It
See?
is.
Stack more. Robo grabbed the Root Cave artifact a while ago, like right after he got hits.
Now, it would be very rude if Plasma Beam was in main hall, which wasn't behind the super tree. But yeah, like the other really important factor with Magmore is that with random elevators is knowing where all those elevators go.
Yeah, because they're pretty much all accessible to get in here.
The south end can be a little more like needs wave beam or power bombs, but again, both runners have it. So. Ops now doing the dash himself to get the artifact. Technically, this what Op is doing requires grapple beam. So nice dash. Oh dear. We're gonna get across the chasm, which RoboScout has already demonstrated. Yeah, and as pointed out by Electric Axle, like we've got all our RoboScouts now got 3 E-tanks just like that. Getting for that little morph ball tunnel can be a little bit troublesome with the RoboScouts in. Robo did pick up the Root Cave artifact.
Yeah. Grapple, huh? Most useful item, but nice to have sometimes.
Would have been handy for Op and RoboScout earlier for the Root Cave dash. But,
yeah.
The only other place I could see it being useful for at this point is Phasal Mines, which at this point is, yeah, not going to be in logic. Because the last thing was super missiles, and we have that now.
Yeah, at this point, all we're really looking for is boost and our plasma beam. And elevators to everywhere we need to go. And gravity suit, which we have now.
Op is not doing well for health here.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't think he's picked up any E-tanks yet either.
Fortunately, I guess he got knocked down, or... it's sometimes very difficult to keep track of both runners at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, RoboScout just checking what this elevator is. It's a bit of a pain, unfortunately.
Yeah, I never like going up this room.
Yeah.
Shorelines, okay. RoboScout's going for that.
Okay then. There is the artifact in Observatory, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I agree with what RoboScout's doing here. And the fact that we know where the other Fendron elevator is as well, with it being accessible, Boost Ball could be on either side of Fendrona.
It could. Unfortunately, he's going to miss a fair number of checks here without Plasma Beam.
True. So long
Should be able to see most of them, yeah.
Yeah. And so long as it isn't Boost Ball locked, or sorry, as long as Boost Ball isn't behind one of those plasma checks, then Rope's gotta be okay.
Yeah.
If anything, if you're looking for Plasma Beam, and if you're only looking for Plasma Beam, Fendron is actually not a bad place to go.
Yeah, that's true.
wonder if our runners will elect, if you'll elect to pick it up or if you'll actually skip it. It's only like a few seconds to pick it up, but at the same time, there's no real reason. It won't really save you any time at all if you know what you're doing, except for far phasing lines, which, as I said, is not going to be in play.
Might help for like ore processing in upper mines.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's very true. What happened
There's
to
also just
camera?
oh, I don't know, I didn't see.
The morph ball, the camera decided to be a little bit lazy. Yeah, like Op literally couldn't figure out where to go because the camera just was not keeping up with him there. Metroid Prime, ladies and gentlemen, for the Nintendo GameCube. We love this game. If it isn't obvious, by the way. At least I hope Interslice does. I do.
I sure do.
You just like to do all the research because, but you don't like the game. Like, why? What?
Yeah.
That'd be very silly. And those floating ice platforms always remind me of like Super Metroid. Or just other 2D Metroids in general. And there we go, Ops picked up a gravity suit. Which, honestly, not going to be the most useful, probably.
Probably, unless somehow both of our mines elevators end up being connected to both the elevators and on the other side of Frigate.
Yep.
That's never fun when that happens. That's way
There's
bad. I think that's every single super combo that Roblox has picked up.
Yeah. That was the last one, Wavebuster. And yeah. Skybox is taking a little load there. Plasma beam also could be in the crash frigate itself, which would require gravity suit. You don't need gravity suit, but oh boy, you're in for a world of pain.
You need at least gravity suit or boost ball to get through Frigate. And doing it with just boost ball is not fun.
Oops. Yeah, Ops also opted to go with Fendrana, which I think is the right play.
I suppose it makes sense. We are looking for plasma. We also need boost ball for one artifact because there's one in Life Grove.
Right, Robo Scout using the rodeo to save a little bit of time. Hopping with the enemy.
Gets to peek at this item, not pick it up.
On one hand, it would suck if you find a boost ball behind one of them, because it means you have to come back. But at the very least, you would know where it is.
Yeah.
So if a runner was feeling really brave, or they felt like they were really far behind, they could skip labs and do Fardas, although that would be such a silly move, because they still need to do labs to get that artifact in the observatory anyway. So Fardas won't be... I don't see Robo Scout doing Fardas right now. Same for Op.
Yeah.
This room.
This is also pretty slow if you don't have plasma.
Yep. Or if you have
But he
Powerball,
can...
it can be
Yeah.
good. But they only have one at the moment as well. Which...
I think Robo picked up another one in Ruined Fountain.
What would I do without you correcting me?
I don't know.
Alright, just keep giving viewers the wrong information.
Probably be enjoying your day a lot more.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, glad you're here. I almost forgot that the weekly was happening this week, actually. Yeah, Christmas week. I don't know.
New time slot, Christmas weekend. It's hard to remember sometimes.
Shout out to the Ginger Chris for reminding me.
There's also racing, off stream, off the restream.
There are other players playing as well.
I think it's just Chris.
Is it just Chris out here?
I'm gonna check in on him and see where he is.
Sure. I'll do the same. And they have super missiles. Robot has missiles here, so we can check the sighting. If you can get Billy, that is. Yeah.
Looks like he's in Triclops pit right now, so he's probably like a few minutes behind our guys.
Yeah, no, he's very good at this game. His routing can be. I wouldn't say like I would say I don't want eccentric, but still safe, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd say that makes sense. Describes it.
If Chris is no, it can't be.
This dash robot Scout's doing here is pretty tricky if you don't have a lot of experience doing scan dashes.
Yes,
to get quite a bit of speed.
That's easily, I'd say, the second hardest dash. Probably. Oh no.
No.
I wonder if Robo Scout's L trigger or something got held there. So that was a odd flub. Whew, okay. Saving.
Not a bad idea.
Although fortunately, you can use the bomb slot. You can still scan it out of range to make the dash, but if you don't know that, this could be. And I bet he's gonna just do the R jump now, or not.
Yeah, our tracker is currently broken right now. The items I think that are missing though are 3 artifacts. Well, 2 for Robo Scout, X-ray and Plasma and Boost.
So technically 2 artifacts needed boost, but yeah, our runners don't need it for observability.
Yeah, that's true.
For anyone that's trying to get that dash, the biggest tip that we can give is hold the B button as little as possible. Like tap it and let go as quickly as possible to get you as much momentum or distance as possible. You need to do that for observatory. If you hold on to it for even half a second too long, you won't make it. But yeah, I would say it's like one of the best ones to practice too.
Yeah, a lot of space to practice getting a lot of speed. There's nothing number 5.
Hmm. It won't be much longer until Robo Scouts pretty much cleared Firefang on it. Still wondering if Great Tree Hall in Chozo has anything.
Yeah, we probably won't find out for a while.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. What could that be?
That's the most obvious item in the game. So Powerbomb ammo management would be much easier. And that also makes, if they decided to do the artist, you'll be able to get through the first and third phase pretty quickly.
You can, the control tower check is not in logic for this. You do need plasma for it. Though still not a bad idea to check it because boost could still be there. Yeah, I think that is normal. The music doesn't trigger until you start the fight, and Robo did a trick to skip spawning in the pirates.
CV meaning there was actually an ambient track played there, and that is entirely normal for the pirate base when you're not facing pirates. It's just like a pun. The Hunter Metroid in the cutscene.
I love seeing him do that.
Does it actually damage you? I don't think it does it?
I think so. I think you're invincible during cutscenes.
Yeah.
Alright, Op just got his 4th artifact.
That one's in.
The routing's been pretty identical so far. I think
Yeah.
the seed's kind of been forcing them to take this path.
Say like from Magmar they could have gone different places, but yeah, just like knowing that you need to come here later, and knowing that you needed to pick up the artifact in Observatory and that it was possible, I don't blame them for having the same route. I'm curious if Chris also had the same route, because I saw him coming from North Magmar at one point. Looks of it.
Last I saw, he was heading in the same direction.
He is going through Vendron in the exact same way at the moment.
Okay.
Alright, so just an energy tank here. Ball is up.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think either runners checked the Twin Fires tunnel elevator.
Correct.
Okay. Just trying to keep my notes up to date.
This is why you won the tournament.
Yeah, when you're playing random elevators, it's really important to keep the elevators straight in your head.
We're just gonna keep pointing that out for the next few weeks, aren't we? It's nice having Gravity Suit here for Robo Scout.
Yeah. So far, Andrana's been a big bust, except for that artifact.
Mm-hmm. Not that there's really much else to find.
Yeah. You got main power bombs. I mean, that's nice to have, but doesn't really help them progress.
Yeah. Do you think Robo Scout will baller Thardus right now?
With so much else available, I wouldn't do it if I was him. But, never know.
The fact that the elevator is so accessible.
Yeah,
You might still check the item behind Thardus though. I would do that at least.
yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, like Thardus becomes a question like if on random elevators if the elevators are not accessible. Like imagine if both Vendrana elevators are on the other side of Frigate, and you've cleared everything else in Vendrana but Thardus, and you're still looking for something. I don't know if I would leave it then. Because then that's a huge, like that's a game over. Oh, Robo Scout's doing it!
Oh, bold move.
Oh man, we, like if Op decides to skip on it, the artist has nothing, we got a race. Like, I mean, like, yeah, we had a race before, but like, the tables might turn, is what I'm trying to say. That's more correct.
Yeah, Robo Scouts had like probably a 3-minute lead up to this point. But that could change.
He does have the power bombs to get through fast, so...
True.
Well, as fast as you can, anyway.
Yeah, he still has to throw his 2 tantrums.
So yes, for Thardus, you power bomb the first phase, that just gets through pretty much all the phase up instantly. The second phase, you have to do it the normal way. I mean, like power bomb just doesn't reach because the weak spots are all too high. And then on the third phase, again, and the timing for it on the third phase is as soon as you see the lightning. I think it was weakest like they came up with that strategy. The timing.
I've always done it right when the camera like zooms pans back into like close to the North Ball. It's my cue.
Yeah.
But fairly fast Thardus considering no plasma beam.
Yeah. Super missiles also helped him out.
Yeah.
And Op hasn't fully caught up, but he's just a minute or so behind. He's just got 2 more checks first. And it is just
a
missiles.
missile. Robo Scout not happy.
I bet he's not. And I would say, like, hey, at least you've opened the routing, except, like, both elevators are early chosen. So it's like, there's no real advantage to getting through Vendrana fast in this seat anyway.
Yeah. Interesting to see what Robo's gonna do next.
One thing I would definitely check is, I would, if I was in his shoes, I would want to check Great Tree Hall and Magma Pool.
Yeah. He's gonna be right next to Magma Pool with this elevator.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna get to Tree as well. And I guess finally, but then yeah, after that, your options are going to the far end of Chozo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they can hit both elevators there now.
Yep. Or route back Magmore. And you see where the other elevators go.
I think there's 3 left in Magmore they haven't checked.
Yep. And Geothermal, or yeah, where the plasma beam is, that item doesn't boost ball. Okay.
And
does
plasma.
Tree have anything? Tree just has missiles. Okay. There is a way of jumping from the tree to the upper platform when you've destroyed it, but it's
Really?
much difficult. I believe you can. I swear I've seen it in a run, and I wanted to learn it, but I figured someone else would teach me or go over it, and now I haven't seen it since, and maybe it's just in my head.
Yeah, this is news to me. I've never seen this before.
RoboScout is gonna check magma pool, and it's yeah, he has grapple beam. Never mind. Yeah, it's gonna be really safe and intended.
It's just completely illogical.
Yep. We still don't have X-ray visor either for the final fight, but missiles. And boost ball can't be one room further, but it could be here. Is Op gonna do hardest? He's deciding. He's debating. Is he gonna do it?
He's thinking about it. Looks like he's trying to skip it.
He's actually been practicing this dash, but he didn't get it. He's skipping it. Okay. Okay.
It's a good move for Op.
A very good move.
It's gonna hang in the back of his head, but we know he made a good choice.
Yep. And I unfortunately missed training ground.
Training chamber? Yeah, me too.
Did anyone catch what item was there? Because if it is plasma, oof. That means you would need to find this ball to get it.
It's probably a missile.
Oh no!
Almost always is missile.
He triggered the fight accidentally.
Oh. What happened? I saw him leave the room. What happened? He went back for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, he's great. Okay, now moving on. Is he practicing the dashes? I don't know. We'll have to ask afterwards.
I think he must have just. He was gonna skip it, and then he changed his mind. Yeah, he went all the way to the elevator. I think almost.
Yeah. That is unfortunate. Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna cost him.
Chris is not too far behind Op either. He's just in far from drawn at the moment. So RoboScout's doing the original cutscene skip. Or I say original. I don't know if that's the best way of describing it. Essentially, if you trigger a cutscene, so bomb slot. Oh no! And he fell. Oh, I guess we're not going to see that then. So if he got into the bomb slot and activated it, it would show one cutscene and then get interrupted by this cutscene because he defeated the ghost. But alas, he slipped and fell.
Yes, for some reason when the camera's all messed up like that, you can just fly forward when you're morphing for some unexplicable reason.
I've noticed that it happens if you're holding any direction on the stick. Like, it's best to just try not hold any direction when you're morphing up there.
Yeah, don't try to hold back or anything to keep yourself there. Just don't touch it.
Yep. So yeah, you can either skip the cutscene that way, or you can skip the cutscene with this bomb slot that he just activated. And I think you actually do technically save more time interrupting this cutscene that he with that bomb slot that he just did, but it's more riskier because you've got one shot, and if you accidentally flub the bomb jump, you're not gonna have time to get in and activate the slot. But fortunately for RoboScout, he slipped and fell. So, and that's a nothing.
Number 6. 2 more. It's funny when we cut out artifacts to save time, then we find all the nothings anyways.
I know, right? Only one of those Flarga items was there instead.
Yeah.
Flarga artifacts. I don't know if we've seen a Talon South elevator yet, have we?
Not.
We might end up seeing Frigate play
Yeah, possible. Although their thermal visor's still not technically in logic because they don't have boost yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd expect to see boost very soon.
Sure why Op is spider balling and not using the grapple beam to get out of there. It's just missiles. And the Ginger Chris is just coming up to the elevator, so the Op just entered. So it'll be interesting to see if he opts to.
There's one workstation. Brawler's prediction is half true. And frigate crush site. All right. It's not. Huh.
Yeah, I would do what Robo Scout's doing because I think we've fully cleared Chozo at this point. So Chozo is now out of the equation.
Yeah. Though we've kind of also cleared what we can do in Talon too.
This will be a fast.
I wouldn't do frigate right now.
No. But this is you get one item here. Robo Scout's just about to find. Need tank. And then oh, he is going back. Look at that.
Yeah, I think that's the right move to make.
Yeah.
Go to workstation. Check the other elevator there. Maybe twin fires too.
Yeah. The real question. It's gonna be a bit of a question if he finds a Face of Mind's elevator here.
Still no mines. Still no rate tree elevator.
Has Op forgotten that he has grapple beam?
Probably just wants to do the dash to be fancy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, RoboScout's going for whatever's in workstation. I couldn't quite see what it was.
I unfortunately let's just check. The Ginger Chris has decided to also do Tharnus.
Everyone's getting baited by Tharnus in this race.
Yeah. Yeah, there has to be a boost ball with plasma beam here.
The X-ray?
Or X-ray. If it's X-ray, would you go for it? Yeah. Like, it probably just I mean, if you know what you're doing, you could probably. I mean, you could do Essence fast without it, but.
Yeah. But is the time saved on Essence worth doing this puzzle? Because this takes a good 45 seconds to a minute to do. Yeah, I think I'd probably go for this.
I would. Just so I don't, like... For my own sanity, rather than anything else.
Yeah. It is X-ray. Okay.
That's also useful for checking things that you don't have, like if there's something like behind a super missile block or power bomb block. But I mean, they have both, so I guess that's all it's going to be useful for now is essence.
Yeah. We know Omega Pirate can't have anything important at this point, so it's not going to be useful there either. There's our Great Heat Shot lore. Okay, that's not good.
Yeah, Robo Scout is. Oh, poor Robo Scout. I would, yeah, you know what? I would do it. I would, Oh boy, yeah, no, he's not. Okay, he's he's gonna check the other elevator, I guess.
So the other elevator has to go to mines at this point, either Quarry or the PPC one.
I would have saved if I was in Robo Scout's shoes, actually. That save station is right there.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you can't do reverse bar skip, there's really nothing you can do with the lower elevator right now.
And go for the frigate, yeah. First frigate.
Yeah, you could do the frigate backwards, but not sure if that requires started or thermal logically.
That would actually bring you right back to the elevator to South Macro too. So
Yeah.
it would be a nice loop. But it could also just be a wasted loop.
Wouldn't be shocked if Plasma's in Crash Frigate, actually.
Now that you said that. it's definitely...
Good old Plasma and Biohazard, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty funny because they've had super gravity for ages now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Robot. Yeah, he's going for it. He's going for phase mines.
Well, yeah, he does have an artifact in Storage Depot A. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I can't remember if Storage Depot A is the one that requires Plasma Beam or not. Yeah, that's the vanilla flamethrower spot.
So it will. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Plasma could be pretty much anywhere in Upper Mines.
Is Op going for it? Oh man! Op's going for it too.
It's going for Great Tree, okay.
No, he's going for phase mines.
Oh,
Wait.
he's going for Mines? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Air runners are neck and neck again.
Although keep in mind, Robo does have X-ray, whereas Op does not.
Yeah, I guess. Probably doesn't. You're not gonna help him out that much though. That's the final boss.
Yeah. Although they don't have the most E-tanks. And
I think RoboScat is like 6 or 7, and there's another one right there.
Op's only got 4 himself.
Yeah.
Those turrets are dangerous and obnoxious. Well, that's one way of getting up there.
Oh, and there's Boost Ball right there. Okay.
Well played. Alrighty. So now we just need our plasma. Interesting, Chris has decided to go through the entirety of Ventrada to the front, like, he's going back to the front entrance. Something to keep in mind is that Chris he is very experienced, but he's practicing random elevators. And it does require a different mindset. Some runners prefer vanilla, some prefer random.
I like both, personally.
Me too. It depends on my mood. I think I prefer random. random elevators personally, more often.
Yeah.
You can get really interesting layouts in Metroid Prime. But I completely get why people would prefer vanilla elevators too, logic speaking.
Yeah, unfortunately, Robo Scout is going to have to walk right past his artifacts. He can't get it right now. Always feels bad.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he'll get Plasma soon-ish, so he won't have to backtrack too far.
Could you remind me where Thermal Visor was found again?
It was in whatever the other Tower of Light item is.
Thank you.
Underwater. You know.
I'm really curious to see the. You know what? I'm gonna double check the settings if you keep watching the stream. I just want to see.
Tower chamber.
Yeah, I want to see if boost ball is required for that.
I'm pretty sure it is to get up to the door in Ruin Shrine. Oh, that's an interesting climb of this room. I've never seen before by Robo Scout.
Unfortunately, missed it here.
Actually, I've seen this before because I made a video on this, but I've never seen anyone else do it before.
That's so well, I'll be darned. You are right. Those items, Tower Missiles is expected to have boost ball and Inspired Ball.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because I would have assumed that was a trivial trick, but here we are.
Yeah, it's really not that hard of a trick to do. Actually, if Plasma's in Frigate, that wouldn't be too bad, because you know this TPC elevator is going to lead them to Upper Grey Tree Hall. So as long as they can do bar skip, they can get to Frigate pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Remember when I said when I was questioning why they were bothering to pick up Grapple Beam? I take it back. Because, yeah, this room without Grapple Beam, the final jump. I mean, it's not bad when you have Power Bombs, because you can Power Bomb the slot, and then you can jump off the slot, and it's much easier.
Yeah.
But, still, reliability, speed, yeah, no, definitely the right call.
Now, if Grapple was in Magma Workstation, then I might skip it, but it's right in front of you in Storage Cavern. Might as well pick it up.
Yeah, that's a really good call.
Oh, and Up doesn't have X-Ray, so he's going to have to just go for this item without looking at it first.
Of having X-Ray. So actually, yeah, it probably would have been faster to have picked up X-Ray at this point. He's actually going for it, the missile. To be fair, they don't have that. They only have 80 missiles, which is just a touch low. I mean, just about what you need.
Yeah.
150.
And since they have all the beam combos, might as well use them.
Yeah. The Robo Scout actually opting to use the Ice Beam instead of the missiles here. So I don't think, yes, the missiles, yeah, there's 1 or 11 to spare.
Yeah, their capacity may be high, but they don't have much ammo.
Yeah, the Metroid Prime Randomizer can be very painful if you don't know tricks or slow. Like, tricks can really save up time. this one. Yeah, Robo Scout going as far as you can to look for plasma beam. This is one of the worst locations it could be, actually. It's typically a last check, or it's up there with last checks. You can technically skip killing this drone, but definitely the right call not to skip it, because then if you do that, you can't go back the way you came.
Yeah, and you just have to fight him on your way back, and it's slower to fight on the way back.
I thought I thought if you skipped him, he would be gone permanently.
No, if you go back up to the top door, he'll spawn back in. Pretty much only worth it to skip if you know you're going all the way through Omega Pirate. Yeah, I mean, plasma could just be the other item in Life Grove.
It'd be rather unfortunate if Plasma Beam actually ended up being in Great Tree Chamber. Like,
yeah.
A reverse bar skip would have saved them a lot of time. Except, Boost Ball was in Phasal Mine, so I take it back. It's a good thing they went to Phasal. I should say not Phasal. That is the substance, not the location. That was a nice attempt at a dash there, but unfortunately it didn't happen. It's hard to see what this item is up here. You can get a peek at it.
If you're on Dolphin with a higher resolution, you can kind of see it in the cutscene when you lower the barrier, but that's really hard to do on console. And there's no chance we're going to see that on the restream.
Yeah.
It looks like Robo's going for it. He got a little tiny glimpse at the top of it. Got stuck in the mushroom there. Yeah, I think he's going for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must be plasma.
Worst location called.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow. Yeah, even look at the beams. That is one of the worst locations for Plasma Beam to be, because, like, there's no reason to come down here otherwise.
It's as far as it can possibly be.
So now that Robo Scout's finally in go mode, just gotta get that artifact in Light Grove.
And the one back in Storage Depot A.
Sure.
I'd say Op's only about a minute behind or so. So So this is definitely still a good race.
So once you collect the artifact and storage depot A, I wonder what the fastest route to Talon South is. The other side of the mines, perhaps?
Hmm. Op doesn't have X-ray for this room. That's gonna slow things down.
Yeah.
Let me consult my notes. I can't remember all the Talon elevators are.
This is a really unfortunate place for Op for the plasma beam.
Station.
Because now he's just gonna have to keep blind jumping. This is like easily, to me, this is easily the hardest invisible platforms to get around.
Yeah, because they're moving around. That's what makes it so hard.
In such a weird fashion too. Like
They go at like diagonals or something weird.
mm-hmm.
With thermal, what he's trying to do, you can kind of see the little like fire jets. Yeah.
Or exhaust in the platforms. Cat saying hello.
Okay, I think the best move to get back to the ship would be their life grip artifact. Take the you can do the bomb bar skip, presuming. The lower elevator in Bertree Hall. That'll take them to workstation, and then they can just go to the monitor station elevator, which will take them to Root Cave. Or they could just go through the frigate.
That would not be the best way though, I think.
Yeah, probably not. Probably only be like a minute slower though. Air Op got his plasma. Very nice.
Chris is not going to be amused when he finds it. Especially because he's doing Crash Frigate right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have boost, so he's gonna be in a good spot for that.
He will eventually get it, I think. Or no, he won't, you're right. Yeah, you'll end up just being back in Magma.
Well, no, he'll be at the PPC. Or no, you're right, yeah. I'll put him in Magmor.
What seemed like a quick seed just turned around.
Yeah.
A plasma beam. Phasm suit was found.
And the elevators too, kinda.
Yeah. This guy doing the save. Or not. Yeah, so I think Robo Scout's going to go through mines to get to the elevator.
I'd say that's definitely the best call. If you're just beelining it to PPC, it's pretty quick.
It probably would actually not be too bad going back to the way it came to, because it would take him to Magmor, Clinfars, and then getting to the other. We already know the other Talon South elevator. But the time traversing the elevators would probably make it just a touch slower.
Yeah.
And again, there's this elevator right here that he has to take.
If he went through Magmor too, he could lower the gate. He wouldn't have to do bar skip.
Robo Scout killing a Metroid by dragging it through to the another room. Yeah, that's true. If you don't know your bar skip or reverse bar skip, in this case. This seat turned out pretty bad after all.
Yeah. Although fun to watch.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And it's always nicely done in Robo Scouts, and not a single fall either. Not even bothering with the drone either. That's really impressive. And there we are, Robo Scout. At the right place for the final artifacts. And then a trek through the frigate. And he's in the final races.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do the bar skip though. Hopefully that won't take him too long.
Robo Scout also commented in the race time, of course Plasma was there. And Op says, I hate it when I don't trust my gut. I wonder if that's in regards to doing farthest and then...
Oh, then rolling back, yeah.
And here we are.
There's the last artifact.
Alright, Robo Scout's gonna skedaddle out there.
Not even bothering the last item.
Nope, I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, full tracker at this point, no reason to.
Yeah. Like, full, yeah, you're right. Full. There's literally nothing else other than the missile or energy tank, or nothing.
Folks at home will have to imagine the full tracker in their head. They can't see it.
Is he gonna do bar skip? This is, yeah, this is
Yes.
yeah, this is where things get garbage. If you don't know bar skip, then what I said before, going back through Magmore would be the way to go. And it looks like Op is going to do just that.
Well, he would have to go all the way through mines at this point if he wants to give up on this.
Yeah. Like, Robo Scout had the same choice and he decided to go for it. And as long as he can get bar skip relatively, like, you know, not ultra mega too long. Bar skip is probably one of the most tedious tricks to pull off.
And Op is going back through Magmore, so he will not have to do this. He's going to lower the gate. This could give Op a lot of time to catch up.
Yep. And if the Robo Scout in the end can't pull it off, then his only other choice is to do what? Go back all the way through mines.
Walk all the way through mines, walk halfway through Magmore. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. I think Robo Scout will pull this off though. He's very
Getting close.
Yeah.
But Op's narrowing the gap here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Op's also going to walk past X-Ray, so he might opt to go for that. And that could cost him a little more time.
True. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see if he bothers. I think he's forgotten about it.
Yeah, he's not even going to look at it.
He might
the Robo's got it. Very nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, and he's just going to go through Frigate.
Yep. It's probably actually... Wrong elevator up. Up. Where's he going?
Where's he going? Did he go in the Chozo elevator?
He went in the Chozo elevator. Oh no. Might have muddled up elevators. Unless it's Chozo to Magmore. Actually, I think he's now going to get to the Magmore elevator now.
Hang on, where does that one go? Freaking cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna take an afraid crash save.
Okay.
What's he doing? Well, he didn't know this was for your crash site. He must not know the workstation elevator. How their workstation elevator goes to.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Hopefully he. Yeah.
I think he's gonna go back and see it.
Yeah. I wonder what. Yeah, someone said they should send this seed to Diggle. I just want to give another shout out to Lokier and Crash Boom Bang for tracking. And just again, it's not their fault that the tracker's broken. That's I'm actually not sure what would have caused that. Do we have a ship save coming up?
Should be fairly soon.
Rare to see a full tracker. And up has found the right elevator. Excellent. So we're still looking at a sub 2 hour seed.
Yeah, for sure. Probably from both runners.
And funnily enough, looks like Chris is also in Great Tree Hall at the moment. But I don't know. Does he have push? Yeah, I think he does have push ball.
No, he doesn't. Or maybe he does? I don't know.
According to the tracker, he does. Or his tracker.
Oh, but he didn't go for plasma.
Ah, yeah, that would be a problem. Ooh, dolphin. Well, lag showing its face here. This fight's probably the most demanding part of the game. You pretty much need to be running the game standard resolution to avoid frame drops, and even then. Alright, just fall into Metroid Leaf and get that first phase over with. 50,000 damage done. Is it 50,000?
50,000 a frame, I think.
Yeah. I think there is a big event going on in SpeedGaming right now, so that might be a reason. Nicely done. Got the snake. Wow. Is that a double?
That was a perfect Ridley. Not one charge.
Holy moly. Well done. I'll deciding to check where the site is. I guess he didn't realize that the Bowser was there. He didn't even bother to pick up the E-Tag. Like, nope, I don't need it.
You walked right past that X-ray. Twice.
Yep. Really unfortunate. I wonder if he figured out or didn't realize.
Well, he is technically in gun mode at this point, so I can understand him deciding to skip checks. The long ones like Workstation.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Will we see an impact crater climb? Probably. Oh, first try. Excellently done. Well
Yeah,
done.
very nice.
That is so much more challenging than it looks. On to the final fountain. All found R7? Nothing?
Last one's probably buried in mine, so
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's literally the only places we haven't seen.
although it does have supers.
Yeah. Perhaps he's saving his missiles for the next phase. But at that point, it would be maybe faster to refill your missiles at the missile station then. He also has ice spreader.
Not using ice spreader, yeah. Oh, there he is. Okay. It's faster, I think, if you nail all your snipes to not use ice spreader, but it's pretty hard.
That is, yeah, I would. Good luck with that. Nice. Double. Got twice now.
That's where ice spreader really shines, is those turnaround shots. Skip the whole other phase.
Fortunately, going ice to normal, which is not optimal.
Yeah.
But then again, actually no, I take it back. This phase, no, that's exactly what you want. You want wave blast.
You just don't want wave first. Is the
Yeah.
thing.
There we go. Well, the scout getting good RP with the prime so far. Ah, okay, we're running out somewhere.
No, ship safe for op.
I wonder if we'll get to hear the final Essence music. We'll just gotta have to skip it. For those unaware, when you start the Essence fight, if you skip this cutscene too soon, the music unfortunately doesn't play for the entire fight, and then you just play in silence. It was fixed in future revisions of the game, but yeah, 1.0 here we are. I wonder how easy that would actually be able to patch in for the randomizer.
I'm not sure. I know there's been talk of doing it.
Uh-oh. The beam attack, the ball attack right... Oh.
No, he's fine. He's got like 80 tanks.
Robo-Scout did get hit by the ball attacks. Prime getting them right before he gets knocked out means you're probably going to get hit by them. And he skips the music. Sad times, sad times.
Don't blame him, really, when you know your opponent could be right behind you.
If you'd like, I could sing to fill in the silence.
Please enlighten us.
Do, do, do. Do, do, do. I actually can't sing that. Nobody wants to hear that. Oh man, oh, I'm just getting dashed after dash after dash after dash.
Yeah, stark contrast to Robo Scout's near perfect Ridley.
Oh, another one. Another one. Or would say another. There we go. Another.
Oh no, Robo got pool skipped.
Oh. Overrunner's not having the greatest time here. And Ginger Chris is about to finally find his plasma beam. I'm really curious what his reaction is going to be. I think this might be a last check for him too. Which, I don't blame him.
It's a bad check.
Could this be it? Oh no, the power bomb missed.
Yeah, you really have to deal with those 100 Metroids. Can't ignore them.
Yep. Yeah, those are beautiful.
They will literally grab your attention.
Ha!
Essence is in a bad spot. That's right.
Chris was pretty focused. He was, just gotta finish this here, I think. And off going Prime.
And Robo Scout is finished with a time of 1:48.17. GG to Robo Scout.
Chris just...
Guy's done. Oops.
Obviously Robo for an interview in the mall.
Hopefully the bot works. Though I don't have high hopes considering the tracker isn't working at all.
Sure. I'll post in race time. Oh, he says he'll be right back as well.
Here he is. Hello, Robo Scout.
Oh, hello.
GG to you. Oh. He left us.
He said he'd be right back.
Yes.
This should be better, right?
Yeah, that's better.
Alright, yeah, sorry.
Well,
Computer got confused.
well, GG to you.
Ops is finishing up Prime, and Chris just found his plasma beam.
Yeah, that was not a plasma.
One of the worst.
Yeah.
The overall thoughts.
Honestly, that was not really a great seed. It was mostly just boost ball and plasma, though. I had most of the other items I needed very early on, but just those two drove out this probably for another like half hour, 45 minutes. Artifacts, I mean, weren't too bad. Sun Chamber isn't
that's better.
great, but at least you had Spider Ball, so you didn't have to worry about doing it early.
Well, GG to you.
Ops is finishing up Prime, and Chris just found his plasma beam. I hear myself now.
Yeah.
Oh, theirs didn't really feel very special this seed. I don't know. They didn't feel really random. Maybe that was just my routing, though.
One of the worst.
With a very classic Chozo Findrana mines.
The overall thoughts. Yeah. This is really disorientating hearing myself there.
Yeah, the audio bot to switch audio is not working, so we're hearing Robo, can you kill your stream if that's possible?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
End it?
Oh, I can also do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just mute the stream too. Thank you.
Alright. It's gone.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, so, yeah, there wasn't much in Fendrana, eh?
Yeah, no, Fendrana was pretty much dead. There was that artifact in the observatory, but aside from that, it did not really have much.
We both found it a bit amusing that you decided to do Thardus.
Yeah, I was like really debating in my head a lot internally on that one, but I just like thinking, I've got them equipment. I've got
the audio bot to switch audio is not working, so we're hearing Robo, can you kill your stream if that's possible?
Like he left the room, like I can also do it. And then he turned around and went back to do it, and yeah.
Were you thinking about skipping it, Robo?
Thardus, absolutely. That along with doing Frigate were my two biggest. I was, from Ops comments in the chat, I was so convinced Plasma was going to be in Frigate. I was like 99% convinced that there was Plasma was in Frigate. But I was like, it's not statistically likely. Do the optimal thing, and as it turns out, that was the better decision. But still, I was very worried about that through the entirety of Mines.
Yeah, I think his comment was referring to not skipping Thardus.
And we, what was I going to say there? I forgot, never mind.
Oh, the Flagra artifact.
That was the one hit we missed.
Bet you're all confused when everyone was suddenly going Flagra.
We saw it when Op went for his hints, yeah.
Yeah.
Your stream conveniently froze right when that happened, when Sun Zimmer popped up.
Sorry, chat. That probably would have been a funny reaction.
And we saw, yeah, when we saw Life Grove, we're like, oh, we'll just need Boost Ball. And then Boost Ball was nowhere to be found.
Yep. I'm really happy Boost Ball was at least in security access, because if it wasn't, that just would have made things even more complicated.
Yeah.
That was almost a full cleared seed, though, other than...
Yeah, that was. My routing was... Yeah, I wouldn't say it was particularly awful, but I went through it in a very linear way, and Fendrana was dead.
Honestly, I think your routing was pretty much as perfect as it could be for the seed, because you had to go for Fendrana at some point. Like for that artifact right in the dead center of it, to no less.
Yeah.
So I have one question about at the end, after you got your Life Grove artifact. Consider going to the lower Great Tree Hall elevator to Workstation, and then going from Workstation to Monitor Station, which would take you to Root Cave.
I
To just
honestly
decide
did
to go
not
from Frigate.
remember that those elevators were there. I was thinking, all right, I've got gravity suit. Let's just do reverse frigate. Shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
blame
Yeah,
you.
that's
Like,
probably what I figured.
Yeah, there was like a giant tangled maze of elevators by the end, and I was just focused to just get to this finish line.
Yeah.
Didn't want to waste time gambling with elevators.
it's so much easier to keep track of elevators like when you're watching than when you're playing. When you're playing, it's like it's another thing to keep in mind or in your head.
Yeah.
Op's almost finished here. He's just got one last phase, although I do believe he's going to be blind again. X-ray, because Op unfortunately missed the X-ray visor, even though he went by the room twice.
Yeah.
Consider skipping it when you saw it. So we
I
were discussing whether
kinda
we would.
did, but I said, you know what, I'm not great at Essence, and I'll take all the help we can get.
You
Yeah.
actually,
Like Op just finished up.
it really saved you time as well, like collecting the plasma beam because of those invisible platforms.
Yeah, I was trying to do the Metroid dash because that's faster, but yeah, I said, you know what, I have the X-ray, I'm just gonna go for it.
We were curious why you didn't use super missiles in the first phase of Prime.
First phase,
Yeah, were you trying to? We just thought you were trying to save your missiles or something like that. But yeah, you used charge
I guess I
beam
just
drop.
didn't have much of an opportunity. I don't know.
Mhm.
Hey, I used all my missiles anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about it too
Well,
much.
and it worked. And Op is time, so hopefully we'll see
Yep.
him get in here too.
Ooh, looks like I was not the only person to get pool skipped in this seed.
Nope. Op had to do it without X-ray too, which made it even worse.
Oof.
Chris is also forfeited.
Out of curiosity, do you know what the big thing that set put me ahead of Op?
It wasn't really a
Uh,
big thing. Like,
Yeah, I think it was just execution over time.
Yeah. I was in like 148. The Op has gotta be finished at this point, but yeah, I was just okay. Alright, apparently I'm winning this.
and I'm trying to think. Like, I think actually the indecision on Op's end at Vardis cost him. Like there was a minute there, just like
Speaking of which, hi Op.
How you doing?
oh.
GG.
GG.
GG. So I shouldn't have fought the others, huh?
Yeah.
Good old Missile Rock.
Yeah. I did. I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it anyway, like an idiot. And yeah.
RoboScout
Makes
had
you feel
just
any better.
finished it up when you went in, so we were all screaming no once you went down into it.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to pass it up, but then I thought about it. I was like, plasma could be on there. So
It could have been plasma there.
Could have been plasma.
but of course it was in the last place it could be in mines.
Yep.
Yeah. The other terrible plasma spot.
Right.
Yep.
Did anyone find X-ray?
Yeah, I did. It was in Workstation.
Yeah, we saw you walk past it twice.
Oh my I knew I should have checked that. I was trying to be fast, but then I started looking around for it anyway, so I'm like, oh, well, why didn't I check the workstation while I was there? It was just a constant like, oh, should I check stuff? Shouldn't I?
Where the plasma beam ended up being, yeah, it was really unfortunate for you because then like trying to blindly get across those platforms.
Yeah, that was terrible too.
Other than that, though, you and RoboScout had a pretty similar, like pretty much same routing. Only difference in routing was you decided to, once you collected up your 5th artifact, you decided to go through back to Magmore to the lower Talon, so you didn't have to do bar skip. RoboScout went through the entirety of mines, but then didn't have to traverse through different locations, but he did have to do a bar skip at the end.
Yeah, that was a messy bar skip.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Oh, what was with that camera in what was it?
Yeah.
Triclops Spirit. This
Yeah.
never happened
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, you ended up like, so for those who didn't notice, Op's camera got stuck. Like it just didn't keep up with him. He had to go back, so refresh.
Oh. Looks like TGC's in chat. GG.
Does chat have any questions
GG.
for our runners?
We were looking at TGC every so often, and it looked like he was pretty much taking the same route.
Yeah.
I think he dipped out of mines at PPC before he got plasma, though.
Where was he when he forfeited?
I think he had just found plasma.
Oh.
Literally, his time was called. Chris found the plasma beam.
Wow, everyone did Thordis.
Yeah, everyone. And it had nothing.
Wow, that's kind of
Did
impressive.
you do Fardis as well, Ginger Chris?
He's saying it in... Oh, never mind. Thought Pyro said he was watching it.
Type in chat. Yep, everyone did Fardis.
All of a sudden, I got that rock bug.
Nice.
Otherwise, I don't think we have much more to add for that seed. We'll hopefully do another seed after this. If anyone's up for that, we'll see. We'll be in the Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord.
Yeah, I would.
And before we go, we should probably just give our thanks to all the staff and everyone that participated today.
Yep.
Yep.
Thanks to SpeedGaming, thanks to the trackers, thanks to the commentators.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the tracker was broken, so we didn't really get to see the work of the trackers today.
Oh.
Yeah, it froze early on. Yeah, did anyone have any last? I meant to ask, did anyone have last thoughts before we closed up?
Not really.
All right.
Well, GG to both of you.
Yep,
Thank you,
GG.
Lucifer and Crash Boom Bang, for tracking. Thank you for the Ginger Chris for also racing. And into our runners, Op 82. Sorry, I'll let you guys introduce yourself, say goodbye for us. I'm Pyro Paper Planes.
I'm
My name
RoboScout.
is Slice.
I'm Alp 82, and see you next mission.
See you next week.